Millions of older adults today are taking magnesium glycinate every day to sleep better, reduce leg cramps, and keep their heart rhythm steady. It sounds perfectly reasonable because it's considered natural, safe, and packed with benefits for both body and mind. But here's something you may not have considered. That well-meaning habit might actually be the reason you feel constantly tired, have recurring digestive issues, or even experience subtle kidney discomfort. Many people believe they're supplementing correctly, but in reality, they're taking the wrong dose, in the wrong way, at the wrong time. Some bottles say 400 milligrams on the label, but your body may only absorb 40 ml. Some take magnesium right after their blood pressure or diabetes medications without knowing it could completely interfere with how those drugs work. And the worst part, your body doesn't always send immediate warning signs. The damage builds quietly until one day you realize you're not sleeping well, your heartbeat feels off, or something just feels not right. In today's video, we'll uncover 4 silent mistakes most magnesium users make, and 4 simple yet powerful solutions to help you take magnesium glycinate safely for life. We'll decode confusing supplement labels, explore the critical balance with potassium, calcium, and vitamin D, and explain why regular kidney checkups could quietly save your health. And one small detail on your supplement label, if ignored, could render your entire routine completely ineffective. Magnesium plays an essential role in sleep, heart health, muscles, and your nervous system. But according to studies from Harvard and PubMed, taking magnesium without understanding proper dosage or how it interacts with other nutrients can lead to electrolyte imbalances, diminished drug effectiveness, or even dangerous complications, especially for seniors with declining kidney function. At the root of this problem is one simple truth. Many older adults take magnesium based on guesswork from the bottle label or tips they read online without truly knowing how much they're absorbing, whether it's interacting with other medications, or if their body can even process it efficiently. No testing, no adjusting, just the same habit repeated day after day. Have you or someone you care about been taking magnesium glycinate daily? Drop a yes in the comments if that sounds like you. And if you care about better sleep, stronger muscles, and a steadier heartbeat, don't forget to like and subscribe. Today, you'll learn how to do it the right way and the safe way. You see 400 milligrams printed on the label and assume you're covered. You've taken your magnesium for the day, problem solved, right? But what if I told you that number isn't telling the whole story? In fact, you might be taking 4 pills a day and still not getting the amount your body truly needs. Here's the hidden truth. Magnesium glycinate is a chelated form of magnesium. That means the magnesium is bound to another compound, in this case, glycine, to help improve absorption and reduce digestive side effects. It sounds like a win-win. Until you realize this, what's printed on the bottle is usually the total weight of the entire compound, not the actual amount of elemental magnesium, the part your body really uses. Let's break this down with an example. Say your bottle claims 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate per capsule. That doesn't mean there are 400 milligrams of usable magnesium inside. In fact, depending on the brand, there might be as little as 40 to 60 milligrams of elemental magnesium in that dose. The rest is glycine. And here's where things get dangerous. Many seniors, trying to reach the recommended 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium per day, end up taking 3, 4, even 5 capsules, thinking they're still below the safe limit. But what if they're actually using a high-quality brand that does contain the full elemental dose per pill? Suddenly, instead of 400 milligrams, they've unknowingly taken 200 milligrams or more, well above the safe daily threshold. Too much magnesium can cause diarrhea, low blood pressure, fatigue, and even kidney stress, especially in older adults with reduced kidney function. And yet, not enough magnesium leads to cramps, poor sleep, anxiety, and irregular heartbeat. It's a delicate balance, and most people have no idea they're walking that tightrope every day. Even worse, supplement companies don't always make this distinction clear. Some list the elemental magnesium content on the front label, while others hide it in the fine print on the back or don't disclose it at all. That leaves you, the consumer, flying blind. So what's the solution? Start by looking closely at your label. Does it specify elemental magnesium? If not, assume the number is inflated. Then, visit the company's website or look for third-party testing results to verify how much magnesium you're actually getting per dose. Reputable brands often provide detailed breakdowns or certificates of analysis. If you're unsure, bring the bottle to your next doctor's appointment. Ask them to review the ingredients with you. You can also request a serum magnesium test, a simple blood test that shows whether you're absorbing enough or getting too much. Lastly, don't just follow the number on the label. Listen to your body. If you're experiencing loose stools, stomach discomfort, or unusual fatigue after taking magnesium, don't brush it off. These could be signs that you're taking too much, or that the formulation isn't right for you. Your body speaks in whispers before it screams. Don't wait for the shout. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, drop a 1 in the comments. It lets me know you're following along and care about doing this the right way. Now let's get into something that most people ignore, but shouldn't. What if the very supplement you're taking for better health is putting quiet pressure on the 2 small organs that filter everything in your body? That's right, your kidneys. And they're not just working overtime. They're aging right along with you. Magnesium glycinate may seem gentle and natural. But here's something most labels won't tell you. Your kidneys are the final gatekeepers. They decide how much magnesium stays and how much gets flushed out. And as we grow older, especially past 60, kidney function starts to decline, often without any obvious symptoms. You might feel perfectly fine on the surface, but inside, your kidneys could be struggling to keep up, slowly accumulating excess magnesium, especially if you're taking more than your body can handle day after day. This can lead to a condition called hypermagnesemia, too much magnesium in the blood, which may cause nausea, low blood pressure, slowed heartbeat, and in more serious cases, confusion or muscle weakness. What makes this so dangerous is that the symptoms aren't obvious at first. You may just feel a bit more tired, a little off balance, or notice your digestion is off. And because those symptoms are common with aging, many seniors and even doctors don't make the connection. That's what makes magnesium so tricky. Its harm is subtle until it isn't. In fact, a 2021 study in the journal Nephrology Dialysis Transplantation found that magnesium accumulation in older adults with even mild kidney dysfunction was significantly higher than in healthy younger adults. And worse, most people didn't even know they had kidney issues until damage had already begun. So what can you do? First, don't skip your annual kidney function checkup. Ask your doctor for a simple creatinine or eGFR test. These show how efficiently your kidneys are working. Second, always review your full supplement list with your doctor or pharmacist. Even if magnesium seems harmless, it might interact with medications or build up silently in your system. And third, listen to your body. If you feel more bloated than usual, notice a strange ache near your lower back, or feel like your energy dips more after taking supplements, don't dismiss it. It could be your kidneys asking for a break. Think of your kidneys like a water filter in your home. When it's new, it handles everything smoothly. But over time, if it's not cleaned or monitored, the buildup quietly clogs the system, slowing everything down. Your kidneys deserve the same attention and respect, especially when you're feeding your body something daily, like magnesium. And no, you don't have to stop supplementing altogether, but you do need to do it intentionally, with knowledge, with balance, with care for the organs working behind the scenes to keep you healthy. Have you ever wondered, I take magnesium every day, so why am I still getting leg cramps, poor sleep, or heart palpitations? It might sound confusing, but here's the truth. Magnesium can't do its job properly if your body is missing other key nutrients. This is one of the biggest misunderstandings among supplement users today. People zero in on magnesium alone, believing that as long as they take it daily, they're protected. But your body doesn't work that way. It's more like an orchestra, and magnesium is just one musician. If the other players like potassium, calcium, vitamin D, B1 and B2 aren't tuned or present, magnesium's role becomes limited or even ineffective. Take heart rhythm problems as an example. Many seniors experiencing irregular heartbeats assume they're magnesium deficient and immediately reach for supplements. But what they often miss is this low potassium can cause the exact same symptoms. In fact, a 2019 study published in PubMed highlights that hypokalemia low potassium is a frequently overlooked cause of cardiac arrhythmias, especially in older adults. Now let's talk migraines. Magnesium is often recommended for migraine sufferers, but a 2018 study in the Journal of Headache and Pain found that people with low vitamin D and vitamin B2 were significantly more likely to experience frequent migraines. So, if you're supplementing magnesium but ignoring D and B2, your headaches may persist, leaving you confused and frustrated. Calcium is another important example. Magnesium and calcium work together like partners in your nervous system. But when calcium intake is high, say, from milk, cheese, or bone supplements, and magnesium is too low, it can lead to muscle cramps, nerve issues, and even higher heart risk. A 2020 study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirmed that a high calcium to magnesium ratio is linked to increased cardiovascular risk in seniors. So what can you do? First, reassess your entire supplement and diet routine. Are you taking calcium? Are you getting potassium from your food? Have you checked your vitamin D levels recently? Talk to your doctor about running a micronutrient panel, a test that shows which nutrients you may be lacking or overdoing. Second, shift your focus toward whole foods, dark leafy greens, legumes, seeds, fish, and plain yogurt. These foods provide a natural balance of nutrients your body recognizes and absorbs better than isolated pills. And lastly, stop chasing milligrams on a label. Start thinking in terms of nutrient synergy, how everything works together. Because magnesium isn't a superhero flying solo. It needs its team. And you. You're the conductor of that health orchestra guiding every part to play in harmony. You're doing everything right. Eating better. Taking your supplements. Following your doctor's orders. But what if two good things, magnesium and your medication, don't get along inside your body? This is the hidden danger most seniors don't see coming. Because magnesium sounds so natural and gentle, it feels harmless. But mix it with the wrong drug at the wrong time, and it could silently weaken your treatment or even put your health at risk. Let's start with antibiotics. Magnesium can bind to common antibiotics like doxycycline or ciprofloxacin, creating a complex your body can't absorb. In simple terms, the magnesium grabs onto the medication and flushes it out before it has a chance to work. That's why doctors recommend taking magnesium at least 2 hours before or 4 to 6 hours after certain antibiotics. Now consider blood pressure medications, especially calcium channel blockers like amlodipine. These drugs relax your blood vessels. But magnesium also relaxes muscles, including blood vessels. Put them together without caution, and your blood pressure might drop too low, leading to dizziness, fatigue, or even fainting. Then we have diuretics or water pills. Some, like thiazide diuretics, drain magnesium from your body, increasing the risk of deficiency. Others, like potassium-sparing diuretics, slow magnesium excretion, possibly leading to magnesium buildup. And what about diabetes medications like metformin? Magnesium can enhance insulin sensitivity, which is good, until it lowers your blood sugar too much when combined with your prescription. That can cause weakness, sweating, or even hypoglycemia, especially if you're not eating regularly. Even acid reflux drugs, like PPI's omeprazole, can quietly deplete your magnesium levels over time. The longer you're on them, the more likely you are to need supplementation, but only under medical supervision. Here's the problem. Most people never connect the dots. They think, I feel tired, maybe I need more magnesium. So they increase the dose, unaware that it's interfering with their medications or masking real symptoms. So what's the safe path forward? First, make a full list of your prescriptions and supplements. Bring it to your next doctor's visit. Ask, do any of these interact with magnesium? Second, time your magnesium wisely. For example, if you take medications in the morning, consider magnesium before bed if approved by your doctor. Third, track how you feel. If you notice new symptoms after adding magnesium, like more dizziness, nausea, or weakness, pause and reassess. Sometimes it's not the supplement itself, but how it fits into the bigger puzzle of your health. Your body isn't a lab experiment. It's a living, breathing system complex, connected and changing every day. You deserve more than random guessing. You deserve clarity, balance, and a plan that works with your whole self, not just parts of it. If you're still with me and this information has been helping you, drop a 5 in the comments to let me know you're following along, because what we're about to uncover is something most people never see coming. You take magnesium to sleep better, reduce cramps, and support your heart. But have you ever taken a closer look at the ingredient label on your bottle? Because what's inside that pill may contain more than just magnesium. It might include additives that offer zero benefit, and in some cases could actually harm your health over time. Here's the truth. Not all magnesium supplements are created equal. Many brands include fillers, binders, and flow agents, ingredients that make the pills easier to produce, prettier to look at, or smoother to swallow. But your body doesn't need them. In fact, they can interfere with how well your body absorbs nutrients. Take microcrystalline cellulose, for example. Sounds fancy, right? But it's really just refined wood pulp. It's used to bulk up tablets, but research suggests it may actually reduce nutrient absorption in the gut. Then there's magnesium stearate. Despite the name, it's not a beneficial form of magnesium. It's just an industrial lubricant used to keep machines from clogging during pill production. But it may form a waxy film in the intestines, blocking nutrient absorption. Other common additives include silicon dioxide, which has been linked to kidney concerns with long-term use, and titanium dioxide, which the European Food Safety Authority has classified as a possible carcinogen. And don't forget maltodextrin, a sweet-tasting filler with a glycemic index higher than sugar. That means it can spike blood sugar fast, posing serious risks for older adults with diabetes or insulin resistance. What's truly concerning is that these additives are found in over-the-counter supplements, and most people assume they're harmless just because they're so common. So what should you do? First, read the entire ingredient label. not just the front. Avoid any magnesium supplements that list microcrystalline cellulose, magnesium stearate, titanium dioxide, maltodextrin, or other unfamiliar names. Look for reputable brands that are transparent and offer third-party testing to verify purity. You can even try a simple test at home. Dissolve your pill in a glass of water. If you see an oily film rise to the top, it might contain magnesium stearate. If it tastes unusually sweet, it may have maltodextrin. Because your goal isn't just to get your magnesium, it's to give your body clean, safe, and effective support without hidden risks. You deserve supplements that help, not harm, that nurture your body, not burden it with toxins you never signed up for. Because at this stage in life, you're not just aiming to live longer, you want to live well. And that starts with being intentional about every single thing you put in your body, including a simple little pill. You look at the label. It says 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate per serving. You feel reassured, thinking you're well within the safe zone. But here's the hidden danger: that number might not mean what you think it does. One of the most common misconceptions, especially when it comes to magnesium glycinate, is assuming the number on the label reflects the amount of pure, usable magnesium. But in truth, that 400 milliliters often refers to the total weight of the entire compound, not the actual amount of elemental magnesium your body receives. Let's break this down. Magnesium glycinate is a chelated form of magnesium, meaning it's bonded with the amino acid glycine to improve absorption. So when a label says 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate, the actual magnesium might be just 40 to 60 milligrams, the rest is glycine. That means if you're taking 2, 3, or even 4 pills a day, believing you're safely reaching your daily goal, you might still be far below or, depending on the brand, accidentally exceeding the safe intake limit. This matters more than most people realize. Taking too little magnesium means missing out on its vital roles in deep sleep, muscle function, and heart rhythm. But taking too much can lead to dizziness, diarrhea, mineral imbalances, or in more serious cases, especially for seniors with declining kidney function, even magnesium toxicity. The bigger issue: many low-quality supplement brands don't clearly distinguish between total compound weight and elemental magnesium on the label. Some even inflate their numbers to appear more effective, while others underreport, leading you to take more than necessary without knowing you've already surpassed the safe limit. Think of it like driving a car with a broken speedometer. You believe you're going 40 miles per hour, but in reality, you're racing at 80. You won't realize it until something goes wrong. That's what it's like when we trust unclear labels and assume we're in the safe zone. So, what can you do? First, check if the supplement lists the actual elemental magnesium content, not just the total compound. Some reputable brands clearly state elemental magnesium or offer third-party lab testing results online. If it's not clear, don't hesitate to call their customer service or search for independent reviews. Second, aim for 300 to 400 milligrams of elemental magnesium per day, unless your doctor advises otherwise. And don't forget, this includes magnesium from food, 2 leafy greens, nuts, seeds, beans, and whole grains. Third, start low and observe. If you're unsure about the dose or label accuracy, begin with a smaller amount and monitor how your body responds before increasing. Most importantly, don't treat magnesium like a quick-fix supplement. It's not something to load up on for faster results. It's a sensitive mineral that works best in balance with the right dose, the right timing, and the right support from other nutrients in your body. Take it seriously. Respect it like you would a prescription, because now, more than ever, precision matters. You take magnesium daily because you've heard it helps. For sleep, for muscle cramps, for heart health. But let me ask you something no one talks about. Have you paused to notice how your body is responding? Too often, we treat supplements like a checklist. Take it, move on, never question. But magnesium is not a silent player. It speaks gently, at first in signs, signals, and sensations. And if we ignore those whispers, we might miss the very message that could protect us. Some people begin feeling odd symptoms after starting magnesium. Not dramatic, but strange enough to notice: a dull ache near the lower back, an unusual sense of fatigue in the afternoon, a little cramp in the side, mild bloating, a light headache. Nothing serious, they think, so they keep going. But here's the truth: natural doesn't mean risk-free. Magnesium, especially when taken long-term, can build up slowly if your kidneys aren't filtering as efficiently as before. And in people over 60, kidney function naturally declines with age. That's why the same dose that worked at 45 might be too much at 70. In fact, there have been cases where seniors, after months of taking daily magnesium, develop symptoms they never associated with it: low blood pressure, weird tingling in the fingers, or even subtle changes in heartbeat. So what's the solution? Simple: pay attention. Don't just listen to advice on the bottle. Listen to your body. If you start feeling something new after starting or increasing magnesium, even something small, pause. Lower the dose. Switch to a cleaner brand. Or take a few days off and see if anything changes. One man I spoke with in his 60s said he had a strange heaviness near his kidneys. Not pain, just discomfort. Turned out, he was taking a high-dose supplement from a brand that didn't disclose the exact amount of elemental magnesium. He switched to a trusted brand, lowered his dose, and within a week, the feeling disappeared. Another woman started experiencing dizziness in the mornings. Her doctor suspected it was her blood pressure meds. But when she stopped taking magnesium before bed, the dizziness eased. Magnesium had been intensifying her medication's effects, something she never considered. The lesson here isn't that magnesium is bad. It's that your body changes, your needs shift, and your supplement plan must evolve with you. No label can replace your intuition. No recommendation can override how you truly feel. So check in with your body. Be curious, not passive. Because sometimes the most important health insight isn't in a study. It's in the way your body speaks to you if only you slow down and listen. If you followed me all the way here, I have a quick favor: type the word health in the comments. If you believe taking care of your body is a lifelong journey, not just a temporary fix. Because now we've come to the most important part of all. Magnesium is essential, yes. It supports sleep, calms nerves, protects the heart, and eases muscle tension. But after a certain age, there's one critical factor that determines whether magnesium helps or harms you. And that's this: how well your body is handling it right now. The truth is, as we age, our bodies change. Nutrient absorption slows, kidney function declines, and the systems that once regulated minerals like magnesium with ease become less efficient. That's not a flaw, it's simply how life works. But it also means that what was safe at 40 might become risky at 70. And yet, most people never check, never test, never verify. They take the same dose every day, year after year, without knowing whether their magnesium levels are too low, too high, or dangerously imbalanced. without realizing that a silent buildup could be happening inside their body, even when everything on the outside seems fine. Let me ask you, when was the last time you checked your kidney function, or your magnesium levels, or your calcium and potassium balance? For anyone over 60, this isn't just good advice, it's essential. The kidneys are your body's main filter for magnesium. If they slow down, even slightly, excess magnesium can begin to accumulate. And when that happens, the symptoms often start out subtle fatigue, loss of appetite, irregular heartbeat, confusion. But if left unchecked, it can lead to serious toxicity. Here's the good news, this is entirely preventable. All it takes is one simple blood test every few months. Talk to your doctor and ask to check your serum magnesium levels, your creatinine and eGFR to assess kidney function, and your calcium and potassium levels. These tests give you real, personalized feedback so you're not guessing. So you're not taking unnecessary risks. And even more importantly, they give you peace of mind. Because when you know what's happening inside your body, you can make better, smarter, and safer decisions. You're not flying blind anymore. I remember one viewer who wrote to me after watching a similar video. He said, "I thought I was doing everything right, but I was unknowingly overwhelming my kidneys. I got tested, adjusted my dose, and I feel better than I have in years." That's the kind of empowerment I hope you take from this. So if you take magnesium daily, especially after 60, make regular health checkups. You're non-negotiable. It's not about being fearful. It's about being wise. It's not about worrying. It's about respecting your body and its changes. Because long-term health is not just about what you take, it's about what you track, what you understand, and how you adapt. Let's choose to live not just longer, but better. And let's do it with knowledge, awareness, and care. Today, we've explored the surprising truth behind a supplement millions of older adults rely on every day, magnesium glycinate. From the 6 most common mistakes, nutrient imbalances, misleading labels, ignoring body signals, to skipping regular health checkups, we've learned how just a few small changes, like adjusting your dosage, switching brands, or getting the right lab tests can protect your sleep, heart, muscles, and peace of mind. But beyond the information, I hope this video offered you something even more important: awareness. Because your health is not a guessing game. It's a relationship with your body, with time, and with the choices you make each day. And like every relationship, it requires attention. It needs listening, and it deserves care. You are not just someone who takes a supplement. You are someone choosing to stay strong, stay sharp, and stay present for yourself and for the people you love. If this video gave you something to think about, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend or family member who may be taking magnesium too. And let me know in the comments. What's one thing you learned today that you wish you'd known earlier? I read every comment, and your words inspire the next video. Because sometimes the smallest daily habit creates the biggest lifelong change. Let's make those habits truly count together.